you received a 911 call stating that the vehicle was turned off with the windows up and the kids. Hey, can you come here? Do me a favor. Start reaching in the vehicle.
This is Tamisha Massey, a mother of 2 kids who locked her children in the car and went to donate plasma. But she is not the only one to abandon her kids.
Can't believe this. Hi, little guys. This is freaking horrible.
These 2 infant kids were neglected by their criminal father in the middle of the woods without any shelter, however. He is not the only transgressor parent on this list.
Your hands behind your back.
This is the father of a newborn baby who left his kid in the front of a car he just stole and hit. But let's stay with Tamisha for now, who has neglected her kids for several hours in the sweltering car. On August 2021, police were called to the local blood donation bank after a passerby noticed and reported 2 children stuck in an unoccupied hot car. One of the kids was even heard screaming out of a cracked window. By the time police arrived at the scene, bystanders had already opened the car door.
213 on radio. What's the temperature?
You pointed out to me that you seen the kids in the car left. I talked to the little girl. She said she don't know how long she been in here.
Okay.
One is like an infant, probably like 4 or 5. And I think the other one was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I was just doing an Uber Eats here.
Hey, you're fine. Okay.
Drove by and little girl was hanging out the window screaming.
What the windows was rolled up though?
Like the 2 are like the 2 how they are were kind of like how they are, but the 2 back were this one was up. The little like 3-year-old here was hanging out the car screaming, like screaming for her mom. So I stopped and I was like, What's your mom's name?
What's your name?
Stephen is a gig worker who does Uber Eats. After delivering the meal to the nearby area, he heard a young girl screaming out of the rolled-down car window and called the security guard. The kids were left in the boiling car for almost 4 hours with their mother nowhere to be seen. At this point, the parent's identity is unknown, so the officer begins talking to the children to get some valuable information.
What's that? What's your mom's name?
What is it?
Tamisha.
Tamisha, yep. She was a new donor too. She's been in here for at least 2 hours.
So the one with the bonnet on?
She was the new donor with she had a head wrap on.
Tuesday was with?
Yes. Vivian Tuesday was with.
Okay.
I knew.
She's been there for a long period of time?
Yeah, long time.
Like what, 3 or 4 hours?
At least 2. I can find out the start time if that's something you need.
Yeah, well,
What's up? Okay. I'm gonna go get her, the mom, off the machine.
As it turns out, Tamisha Massey is the name of the mother who stopped at the medical facility to donate plasma. According to the reports, she entered the facility at around 7:30 a.m., while the police arrived at around 11 a.m. Being under the hot sun for such a long time could have easily become a fatal condition for the kids who are 5 and 2 years old. As soon as the medical staff identifies Tamisha, they tell her to go outside to the parking lot.
How long have you been in there? It's only been like an hour and a half. Like, it hasn't been that long. Ma'am,
an hour and a half to get somewhere out of the car. Hey, lab, I'm gonna see when she checked in.
When the mother comes outside, the officer tries to explain the situation, but she acts irresponsible, careless, and utterly unbothered by what could have happened to her kids.
Let me explain. I'm also not partner on her ass, right? So, Tamisha, however, you received a 911 call stating that the vehicle was turned off with the windows up and the kids. Hey, can you come here? Do me a favor. Start reaching in the vehicle.
I'm trying to charge this so I can call.
Okay. The windows was rolled up.
Yes, ma'am.
And the kids are here alone.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
We come here. However, people were here, bystanders were able to, open the door, give the kids some water. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
However, this is serious. This is severity crime. Okay. You can't just leave the kids in the car unattended. All right. The car was not on.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't leave it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's hot outside. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you mean to? Okay.
Even if it was on, people can take your children,
Yeah.
they can take your car,
Yeah.
and it's like near 85 degrees outside. Inside that car heats up very fast, and children at a young age are they're easily raise their temperature level up.
As the officer is explaining, the mother turns away, disrespecting the severity of the situation. The temperature outside the car was around 80 degrees, but due to the limited ventilation and constant exposure to blazing sun rays, the temperatures inside the car quickly got dangerously high. Even after the officer tells her about the devastating outcomes, Tamisha fails to understand the gravity of her actions.
You pregnant or postpartum?
No.
Go put your hands behind it. We're just detaining you right now, alright? Put your hands
I'm
behind
being
your back.
detained?
Yes. Put your hands together like you're praying. Like you're praying. There you go.
Don't see my baby.
Yeah, stand by, alright? Hold on. I'm gonna double lock them so they don't get tighter, alright?
Don't see my baby.
Hold on. Alright, come on to me.
However, the seemingly emotionless mother starts crying when the officer makes her face the consequences of her actions. Tamisha gets arrested, and her kids have been placed under the care of an out-of-state relative temporarily. She was charged with 1 count of endangering children, a misdemeanor. The mother rightfully deserved her punishment for neglecting her kids in the car for hours, but sometimes a few minutes of non-attendance are enough to get arrested. On the 31st of August, 2020, an officer on patrol was alerted by a Walmart shopper about an infant child left unattended in the back seat of a switched-off car. The vehicle's windows were up, the temperature was approximately 75 degrees, the humidity was high, and the vehicle was parked directly in the sunlight.
Right, over in Adam, 7863. We're in the Walmart lot. I'm waiting down there to Go grab your lockout. Yeah.
Clear GMC to Benita Lee, 58-year-old male, showing out of East Cleveland on the registry. Valid no one.
The vehicle is said to be registered to a 58-year-old man from East Cleveland, who is presumably of the infant. The 2-year-old girl seems to have passed out. As a result, the officers increase the urgency and try to open the locked car to save the child.
Or your pick. No. Here, bring over here. There's some tag in there. Here you go. Got it. Nice.
After almost 2 minutes, the officers are finally able to break into the car.
Hi.
You want to have the squad just check her while we're here? She's a little hot.
The officers secure the infant, who appears to be physically warm to touch due to the heat. Officers get her water while looking for a parent, and after some time, the girl's father comes out of Walmart. He told police that he had only been inside the store for approximately 10 minutes, but in total, he had left his daughter inside the car for almost 20 minutes. When asked why he left her in the car, he said that the girl was asleep, had a cold, and so he didn't want to wake her up. Regardless, the officers arrested him for endangering a child. However, the negligence displayed by him is nothing compared to the next parent who left her young kids in the car to meet with her boyfriend at the bar. On October 2023, Jamie Lee Gunn, a 33-year-old mother, left her 2 children, a 2-year-old infant and an 8-month-old toddler inside the vehicle while she went to meet her boyfriend in the bar. Both her kids were found asleep in the back seat of her running SUV in the parking lot of Penny Annie's Bar in West Melbourne. She was inside the bar for almost 20 minutes with zero regard for her extremely fragile and young children. When the officers arrived at the scene and Gunn came to know that law enforcement had taken notice of her SUV, she was concerned about going to jail herself instead of worrying about her children's well-being. As soon as the officers saw her, they put her in handcuffs without wasting much time.
10:15. Bring your hands when you got cuffs on him. You're under arrest right now, okay? Child. We're gonna put her in your car for now, and then we'll switch.
For the time she stayed in the back seat of the police car, Gunn never expressed any security concern for her kids and was visibly still angry about a fight with her friend.
That's because he started a fight with me, and that's the reason I had to show up here.
Oh, really?
That's why he said this is all my fault. Like, yeah. Yeah, because he didn't take his card, my bank card didn't work, the one he took, blah, 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 blamed it on me, then I showed up, and yeah, you know how that goes. So now the guilt is high. But whatever.
Her boyfriend was also detained along with her for causing a disturbance, but the officers did not take him to jail. Gunn, however, was charged with child neglect, but for some reason, she does not seem even slightly remorseful about her actions.
Well, you said it's only misdemeanor, right? So I should be okay.
So why did you cover all the lights?
I didn't. He came back out. He came out when I pulled up. And I was like, I have to run in. He was like, bro, you're gonna wake them up. Because I opened the door, of course, and it's like, bang, 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 and everything. And he was like, cover that up. That was actually the jacket I had on, sitting on my lap. He threw it up there. Then I stood up out of the car and started arguing with him. And he's like, you're gonna wake the kids, at least cover the up. And I'm like, whatever, bro. But the door was open for a while we argued, but I don't know. He threw it up there, yeah. That part wasn't a lie. But
your boyfriend?
I was wearing that, and it was sitting on my lap when I pulled up. What is it?
Is your boyfriend or?
Yeah.
Instead of being serious about endangering her kids, Gunn can be seen laughing and sleeping. At the start of the argument, the car's door remained open, but when they both went inside the bar, she shut it, but did not unlock the vehicle, which means that anyone could have easily kidnapped her children along with the car. The worst part is that she still has not realized the depth of her ridiculous decision and keeps on talking about the argument with her boyfriend.
He went in, came back out, argued with me, went back in, came back out. At him because what was taking so long. I really thought he was trying to get a bunch of other shit on my car. That's what I thought was going on, but whatever.
She was taken to the Brevard County Jail, where she was charged with a single felony count of child neglect without great bodily harm. According to reports, Gunn already has a criminal history in Florida that includes charges of contempt of court, forgery, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving with a suspended license. Her bond for this case was held at $15,000, and she was released on bail the next day. As for the young children, they were turned over to a family member, and the Department of Children and Families was notified. While Gunn had a childish fight with her boyfriend, the next mother left her daughter in the car, only to drink some beer and have a fun time. On November 2023, police in DeLand, Florida, were called around 3 a.m. when a 7-year-old girl walked up to a bar looking for her mother. When the officers arrived at the scene, the young girl was smiling and being very talkative with the officers.
Chris, how you doing? I love your little pumpkin. Yeah? Okay. Where'd you walk from?
I walked from my car.
Alright, this is on you guys. We're out.
The people at the bar tried talking to the girl in order to find out her guardian and where she came from.
Where you came from, okay?
You want to sit in that comfy booth with them?
You want to sit with us? It's okay.
What's your mom's name?
Her name is Veronica Roxanne.
Veronica, what was the last name? Roxanne. Bell? Yeah. Okay.
Her name is Roxanne and her last name is Bell.
You're awesome at this. Where's your mommy at?
And sit next to me if you need to, okay?
You don't know? You said you walked from your car.
Yeah, because I fell asleep during it, and then she hasn't been there ever since. Because we got there and like 10 minutes, and then my mom said it wouldn't be long, and then she after like 5 to 10 minutes, she just haven't came.
The girl told the officers that her mother left her alone in the car to address some important business in the bar and promised to be back in a few minutes. After waiting for 10 minutes for her mother, the girl left the switched-off vehicle to go look for her mother, who was later identified as 35-year-old Veronica Elliott. Instead of manually looking for contact numbers, the police found an easier way to gather information.
Where is your car around here somewhere?
Yeah, it's over there. I can show you it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Easy way to solve this. Run the tag on the car, get mom's name, get mom's address.
Would you like me to walk with you?
Yes, sir.
I will walk with you if that's okay. Can I walk with her?
Yeah, of course. We're doing super.
The girl shows them the vehicle, and the officers inspect the car while waiting for the girl's mother to show up at the place. After waiting for some time, the officers began to search the area, and after looking for 2 hours, they were still unable to find Veronica. The girl then gave police the number of a man who served as a father figure for her, as her biological father was unfortunately murdered last year. The man came to the bar and informed officers that Veronica had a history of abusing heroin and prescription medication, including a near-fatal overdose earlier this year. Veronica was last seen with a man at the bar with whom she had a friends with benefits relationship for the past few months. The man told police that Elliot arrived at the bar at midnight, had a few drinks, and then left around 12:30 a.m. She came back at around 6:30 a.m. and appeared to be surprised at how much time had passed.
You realize it's 6:30 in the morning, right?
I do now.
And you realize that your daughter, 7?
Yes.
7 years old, has been by herself with us for 4?
No.
For 4 hours?
I do know.
You understand my frustration with this whole situation,
I do.
right? What on God's green earth were you doing that your daughter is here by herself at 7 years old, where she's terrified and goes into the bar and asks random bar people to help and call the police?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, sorry, it's definitely not gonna cut it.
She said she was in a car somewhere over there.
Veronica is covered in dirt, swaying with her movements, and is missing her shoes, which are clear signs of being intoxicated. Officers asked where she was, and she said she woke up in a car, but did not know where it was or whom it belonged to.
I have no idea.
Why were you in someone's car you don't even know?
I have no idea.
You understand how this looks, right?
I do.
What's your drug of choice?
My drug of choice is alcohol, but like I don't know how I ended up in the car. I just woke up in the car.
She says that her clothes were buttoned when she woke up, and she is sure nothing happened, but still proceeded to leave gaps of information in her statements, which confused the officers.
Yeah, in a sense, because I only have 2 beers, you know what I mean? But other than that, no.
Well, you stated that you came here to meet friends. And
Yes.
then you
Yeah, I
remembered
came here
going
to
into
meet
the
a
bar,
friend.
so you do remember coming here.
Yes.
Yes. So let's be
Yes.
honest, okay?
Yeah, I'm.
That's
being
going to be
as
the
honest as I
best
can.
way for this situation, okay?
Yeah.
Because you just left your 7-year-old daughter alone for 6 hours.
Right.
You understand that, right?
I understand that.
So let's be honest with us. When we ask you questions, you answer them completely and
Most certainly.
truthfully. All right?
Most certainly.
All right. So after you left the bar, what happened?
The officer tells her that because she is drunk, he can very easily detect when she is not telling the truth. But regardless of his warning, she keeps on lying.
I'm 35 years old. I grew up in Atlanta. This is a place that I trust. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Have you ever used in the past?
I have. I'm an ex-IV addict, but I've been sober now from IV drugs for 5 years.
When was the last time you used?
It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't OD back in January
January?
of this year? That there's a Volusia County Sheriff's Office report about?
Yes, I absolutely did.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
the last time you used was January.
Yes.
Okay, so again, I don't understand why we're lying.
The officer already knew that she experienced a near-fatal overdose in January of that year and was only checking to see if she was still lying about information, which she was. Veronica was arrested and taken to Volusia County Jail, where she was charged with child neglect without great bodily harm. She was later released on bond, but if she is proven guilty of the charges, then she can face up to 5 years in prison with $5,000 of additional fine. For now, the Department of Children and Families has responded to the case and taken custody of the child. However, Veronica is not nearly as criminal-minded as Lucian. On July 2020, in Volusia County, Florida, county sheriff's deputies spotted a car that was reported to be stolen. When the deputies arrived near the location, they engaged in a chase with the man who stole the vehicle that had hit a school zone sign.
Back out, coming out, back out to Fort Smith. back, back. Put your hand on the back.
The driver, 31-year-old Lucian Suprise of Deltona, was taken into custody a short distance away after breaking through a privacy fence. As the deputies finish putting on the handcuffs, Lucian discloses some shocking information.
My son in the car.
Can we clear the channel?
Yeah, 10-4. Can I get someone back to his car? You left his son in there.
November 40.
I don't see a baby.
I didn't either, but if you
The man says that his child is locked in the front seat of the stolen vehicle, but when the deputy looks inside, he does not see any signs of a child. The reason for that is the tainted windows and also the extremely small size of the newborn child, who is not even 3 months old.
There's no baby in that.
look really close.
Is there? I don't see any feet or anything. Oh yeah, there is. There's a baby in there. Yeah, definitely in there.
The deputies do not break the glass because of the baby's close proximity to the window, so they have to find some other tool to unlock the vehicle.
I guess right here, this might work. That might work. Baby's starting to scrape in here. Let me see. Yeah, let me see that. Yeah, perfect. Let me get that too. Both. Thank you.
I'll call you back with more details, but everything's good. We're good.
As the deputy tries to break inside, the baby becomes conscious and starts crying. However, just a minute later, the officers are able to unlock the car.
What's that? Oh, there's a bottle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you want, some food.
Hi, this is Deputy Stubblefield, Volusia County Sheriff's Office. We had an incident where we ended up taking a male to jail, and he has a newborn, I want to say probably about 4 weeks old maybe, in the vehicle, and we have no way of getting in touch with any other kinfolk, and we need DCF to respond here to figure out what to do with the child.
The deputies successfully rescued the child and transferred him under the care of authorities. Interestingly, they also recovered a plastic bag containing crack cocaine and a scale. The father was arrested and cited on charges including child neglect, possession of narcotics, fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement, leaving the scene of a crash with property damage, careless driving, driving while license suspended revoked, attaching a tag not assigned, leaving an unattended child in a vehicle, no child restraint, and running a stop sign. He was released on a bond worth $15,500. Undoubtedly, Lucien was a criminal father, but at least he showed concern for his newborn baby, unlike Justin, who left both his kids in the middle of the woods. On the 16th of February, 2024, Jackson County Sheriff's Office deputies were on the lookout for a wanted suspect, Justin Ryan Trompeter, when they came across an infant and a toddler abandoned by Justin in the middle of the forest.
Sheriff's Office, if anybody's in the vehicle, show yourself now! Sheriff's Office, I can hear kids crying. Sheriff's Office! Watch down, I got up.
Yep. Little one. Two little ones.
Front of the car.
Can't believe this. Hi, little guys. This is freaking horrible.
Without any supervision, the children were left alone in the car, Justin, who was on the run. Earlier the same day, deputies received information that Justin was hiding deep in the surrounding Jacksonville woods with the children, ages 6 months and 18 months, but none of the officers expected to see the kids exposed to the dangers of the forest without any shelter.
Hi there. Can we get a hold of DHS? Need to respond immediately. And medical killed one to the bottom of
my sweetheart,
where the gate's at for the children, just to check on them.
Yeah, are you okay?
Just keep okay, baby.
Just make sure he's not hiding up there.
I know, that's what I'm doing.
You all right, baby?
If we can secure,
I don't like this, dude.
I can get copy off and do an area search.
Let's secure them in our cars.
The deputies are unaware of how long the kids have been left in the open like this, so they call for immediate medical backup to check the kids. The reports that came out later suggest that the kids could have easily been left in the woods for 2 to 3 hours. While the healthcare arrived, the officers transported the children to their air-conditioned car and conducted a search of the abandoned vehicle.
Just take the whole car seat.
It's okay, honey. Good. Go all the way to the top of Wagon Trail. You'll come to a gate that's now open. Follow that up. You'll come to a house at Fort. Hi, baby. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know. I know.
Do you want out? Here, I'll get it for you. You want it? You want to come out?
So he just sent that location, right?
Yeah.
So we're not far behind him.
No.
It's game on. Let's lace up.
And he abandoned a couple kids.
Yeah.
The kids were later escorted out of the woods, taken to the hospital, and then turned over to the Department of Human Services. The case is ongoing, and Justin is still wanted for 2 counts of second-degree child neglect, felony 4th-degree domestic violence assault, 3rd-degree robbery, 1st-degree theft, harassment, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment for an incident that occurred a week earlier. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one.